It is 8 minutes to the top of the hour with the Rick and Bubba Show. 866 We Be Big. We're talking about cosmetic surgery's gone bad. We've had an Eddie Van Adler makeover today. Dr. Melanie Petro's with us today. Petro Cosmetic Surgery, and she's kind of talking about some of these, the ones that have been very famous. We were just showing her Speedy Bruce Jenner. I mean, another person who, you know, was an American icon, very well known, and obviously, you know, it just does not look. He looks like a wax figure of himself.
He looks like, I mean, it's a very feminizing nose, and the skin's way too tight. It's again that windblown look. It's just too much.
Well, let's talk about that, because the thing,
I think it's that family he married into.
Yeah, well, the Kardashians make you look like the wind's blowing on you all the time. You know, the other thing about that is we were talking about Priscilla Presley. You know, we did that story a couple of years ago where she went to some doctor
at his house and had the surgery done in a garage or something. I mean, what in the world?
Why would someone with the resources of Priscilla, and I know you can only you don't know, but I mean you could in your mind you can speculate on why would she do that? I mean, to me that seems like there's some mental problem on why you're having it done.
Well, she's such a beautiful woman. I can't imagine, you know, especially with her resources. And sometimes people, if something's not something that's used in the United States, or that would be a reason, which again is really the surgeon's responsibility. But I can't imagine that. I mean, you want something sterile, you want something clean, and you really, I mean, if something's not used in the United States, I'm not sure why you would trust it.
There's probably a reason why.
There's something else I want. I want expertise. I want someone who does what they do well. And we were talking about
if they're using craftsman tools, I'd be worried.
Well,
I mean, you know, they got
even if
the garage is a red flag.
But even if they were the most beautiful pair of shoes in the world, and I had to go to somebody's garage to buy them, I wouldn't. I mean, you just can't even. You wouldn't even buy shoes from somebody in a garage. You would want to go to a department store where you knew where they came from.
We see so many cases, which is, you know, why you're here today, of people who obviously either were doing it for the wrong reason, or they had the wrong person doing it, who didn't have their best interests at heart. But let's talk about, I mean, what you're talking about. You try to be the type of doctor that says, if I see somebody that there's a red flag, this is not the right thing to do, you'll tell them.
Absolutely.
What are you looking for when you think this is the right person? You are doing this the right way for the right reason. Who is that person?
Well, they're more of the right people than there are the wrong ones. And I just got a letter recently from a lady's husband, and she had a mini facelift and her eyes done. And she originally came to me and said, I just don't feel like myself. People ask me if I'm tired. People ask me if I'm sick. I look in the mirror and I don't recognize what's happened. And I do the procedure for her. Within 2 weeks, she's just happy as she can be. Her husband writes me a letter saying that she's like the woman he married. She wants to be with him. She wants to travel. She wears bright colors. She loves to shop again. And I didn't do anything to her body. And it's more a matter of when you feel good about how you look, you become the person that you were when you felt good. And we have parents get sick and kids get married, and decades are a big deal. When someone turns 50 or 60, it's a big deal. And it's people going through divorce, or even just really happy people that miss the way they used to look. So the goal for me is for someone to say, you know, people ask me, tell me I look great, but they can't figure out what it is. They ask me if I got a new haircut or if I just got back from the beach. So the goal is to look rested and refreshed and to be and enjoy doing the things you want to do. Because if people keep telling you look tired, I think it just makes people tired. I mean, people get tired of hearing that. They want to look and reflect the energy and the way they feel inside, and that's...
Yeah, because it's self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, yeah, you know, how many times have you felt good and somebody said, are you sick? And
it's depressing.
Suddenly you go, wow, I don't feel good.
You go look in the mirror. I mean...
They usually ask me if I'm sleepy. I go, yeah.
Do you feel uncomfortable in that shirt? Gosh, I didn't until you said it.
It's a little snug.
Blake's in Auburn, Alabama. Blake, welcome to the program. Go right ahead.
Doing great.
Good.
I don't know if I missed the first part of the last segment, but I think you said they forgot somebody. When you go to a mass plastic surgery, the very first one to come up is second guess.
Michael Jackson.
That's right.
What
you guys forget?
Well, that's true. What was going? I mean, obviously there were some severe problems there.
Well, I think he. I mean, it obviously looks terrible. I mean, that's obvious. I can't imagine who would keep operating on a nose rhinoplasty is one of the most complicated, difficult operations, and
Right.
it's a functional structure, and it's kind of like a tent, and if you keep breaking down the walls, it just falls. And I can't imagine he could breathe through his nose. He just kept having so many operations. It's a very, it's just fell in, and you have to take bone and cartilage from other places to rebuild it, and it's really sad, and it's unfortunate because most people that have a nose job have a little bump on their nose, or their nose is a little big for their face, and they just want to look better, not like that.
Well, that case is so far above anything else on the list. I mean, it's its own column over there. Look at that. That's just unbelievable.
Donna's calling out of North Alabama. Donna, go ahead.
I'm 65 years old, and my upper thighs, I've always had large thighs, and even 25 years ago when I was slimmer, they were, the one on the right had a little bit of a pooch that wanted to hang, and now, of course, it's worse, and I need to know if liposuction, laser lipo, what can be done.
What's the best procedure for the situation she's in?
Well, it would depend on your skin. I would just need to see you. We do have smart liposuction, which is basically areas of fat that bother you. And, you just can remove them real simply, and it takes about an hour. And then you wear a little garment for a week or two. It hurts like a bad workout, like you haven't worked out in a while, and you work out. So it's a sore feeling. And speaking of celebrities, I will tell y'all, Suzanne Summers, she had the thigh master.
Yeah.
Well, she had liposuction. That's how she got her thighs like that. So there are just people that are born with, areas of fat. It's just genetic. And for women, it's usually our outer thighs and hips. And for men, it's usually the flank area, the lower back and the lower abdomen. And removing it with liposuction is a great way to get rid of it. It's really the only way, because even the thigh master doesn't work. So,
are you claiming that Suzanne Summers did not show her thighs as the benefits from the thigh master? It was actually laser lipo?
Can you believe that?
Well,
I don't know if it was laser or not, but I know that I had the thigh master, and I was determined to have her thighs. That's not how I got them.
Well, thanks for your comments and helping out today, and we may call on you again. So if you'd like to find out all the information, we'll put all the information by Dr. Melanie Petro there in our show notes today, and Petro Cosmetic Surgery. Thanks a lot for being with us. We appreciate it very much. If you leave us, have a great day. You got more Rick and Bubba, top of the hour break, and then we'll be right back.